Hey there, this is Lula LV. Today we're talking all about what's trending at Louis Vuitton in 2024. So far, we're only in the second week of January. In this video, I'll be telling you what is the print of the year, the colors of the year, and the bag of the year. If that bag of the year isn't quite your style, we'll also be talking about general leather good trends for 2024. There's three main trends I've been seeing so far. And finally, in today's video, I will tell you about 4 brand new bag models coming out at Louis Vuitton within the next few months. We have a lot to go over in this video, so I'm going to just jump right in with the print of the year. And if you've been following Louis Vuitton at all, it will not surprise you that the print of the year is none other than damier. However, we're not just getting the regular damier this year. We're seeing a lot of really fresh new interpretations of the classic damier print. So let me start with what we're seeing on the men's side. We've seen a ton of damier in the ready-to-wear. We have that camouflage-inspired damouflage. We've also seen damier denim and damier pop on the menswear side. In terms of men's leather goods, the damier pop is really what's dominating, and that is an enlarged macro size of the damier print, and it's overlaid with primary and secondary colors, very bold, vibrant colors. We have red, yellow, blue, green, and orange. So we have a lot in the damier pop. I also noticed the damier theme carrying over into the men's pre-fall collection. We saw a lot of woven damier prints over there. And here's some photos of the bags I've noticed in those woven damier prints so far. So again, slightly different interpretations. But yeah, damier is the big print for 2024. Over on the women's side, we are getting damier as well, but closer to April when the women's spring-summer collection will be releasing in stores. We saw a new interpretation of damier on the women's spring-summer 24 runway, and that will be called Damier-licious. That is the damier print in patent leather, which to my knowledge, I don't think we've ever had damier in patent leather before. Pieces I've seen in Damier-licious so far, and again, these are all runway pieces, but we had the side trunk in a Damier-licious azure, as well as the Lexington pouch. These pieces should be launching in April, so unfortunately, I don't have too much information on them yet in terms of all the pieces that will be launching and price points, but I do put out monthly videos on new releases at Louis Vuitton, so if you aren't subscribed, click that subscribe button because I will be sharing more information on those pieces as that release date gets closer. But on the women's side, we have Damier-licious, the men have damier pop. We are seeing damier everywhere. If you're new here, let me just take a quick minute to introduce myself. I am Lula LV and I'm an avid luxury lover, particularly of Louis Vuitton, but I also like to make smart decisions with how I spend my money, as I'm sure you do too. That's why on my channel, I share videos with actionable advice you can actually use to make smarter luxury shopping decisions based on my own personal experiences as a luxury consumer. So that's what we're doing in this video. Let's see what's trending, what's hot for the year. Let's look ahead and see what else is coming out in the future before we make that purchase today. So let's talk about the colors of the year. And I already touched on this earlier when talking about the print of the year. We're seeing this in men's a lot. Those really bold, bright primary and secondary colors. This trend actually started at the tail end of 2023 with the Color Mania collection. And again, they're all the primary and secondary colors: red, yellow, and blue, green, orange, and violet. Those were the colors featured in Color Mania. And again, as I said earlier, we're seeing that carry through spring summer 24 with collections like the Damier Pop, where we're getting, again, those bold, bright primary and secondary colors. We're not seeing as many of those bold, bright primary colors on the women's side, but this summer we will be getting bags as part of the summer collection in bright red as well as navy blue. Let me refer down to my notes really quick. I'll tell you exactly what we're getting in red. In bright red leather, in epi leather, we are getting the Marilini. That's the smaller Morel with the coin purse attached, as well as the Twist MM and the Alma BB. However, on the women's side, the hot colors of the year are more muted pastels, at least through the summer of this year. We're seeing 5 main colors: matcha, which is a very pale pastel green; chamala, which is a pastel apricot, which is also the Pantone color of the year; bubble tea, which is a pastel purple; what else? Candy blue, which is a pastel blue; and banana, which is a pastel yellow. So those are the colors we're seeing trending more on the women's side. We're getting a collection this month on January 12th called Milky Way, and that's a bicolor empreinte collection, and that will feature the pastel green, blue, purple, and apricot. Those will be, I believe, all the 4 colors featured in that collection. Moving on now to general trends in leather goods. There's 3 trends I've been seeing this year. The first one is the East-West silhouette. Now, the East-West silhouette is not new for 2024, but it is carrying strong into 2024. Last year, we saw the release of classic iconic styles in the East-West silhouette. 2 that immediately come to mind are the Pochette Métis East-West as well as the On The Go East-West. This year, we're seeing that trend carry through to more higher end bags. Just this month, we have the Twist East-West as well as the Capucine East-West. So this trend is going nowhere anytime soon. East-West is going strong into 2024. Personally, I think some of these bags work better in the East-West silhouette than others. 2 that I particularly like are the Pochette Métis East-West as well as the Twist East-West. I think these work really beautifully in that East-West silhouette. The other trend that I want to talk about is bags on bags. This is something that people have been doing themselves. I saw this trend a lot last year where a little mini bag is attached to a larger version of that same bag. We're getting that trend this year at Louis Vuitton. Of course, they are capitalizing on that trend by selling the regular and mini sized bags together. We are seeing this year with the Croissant. This was, of course, a vintage design that Louis Vuitton is just re-releasing this year. The Croissant comes with a little baby croissant attached to the handle. We have also seen the Capucine come out with this trend this month as well. This is called the Mini-Me Capucine, and it's a regular size Capucine. There's 2 sizes available, the MM as well as the BB size Capucine, and they both have a teeny tiny little nano Capucine attached to the handle. Finally, the third general trend that I've been seeing in leather goods this year is pico and nano sized everything. All of Louis Vuitton's bags are getting shrunken down. Just this month, the side trunk MM was released in 2 smaller sizes, the side trunk PM as well as a pico side trunk, which is super tiny. It's also super adorable. It is over $3,000 though for a really small bag that I don't think you can fit a lot in. So, you know, buyer beware on that mark. But I even noticed this trend on the men's side and men's leather goods. 2 new bags that Louis Vuitton is releasing in men's are nano-sized bags. We have the Nano Steamer, as well as I believe it's called the Pico S-Lock. So small bags, both on the men's and women's side. The bag of the year, again, like the damier print, if you've been following Louis Vuitton at all, this will not surprise you. The bag of the year is the good old Speedy. Here are 2 Speedies that I own. Of course, those old things are not the exact bag of the year. It is the Speedy P9. This is the new full leather version of the Speedy that is released as part of Pharrell's debut collection with Louis Vuitton. This is the first bag that was teased with the initial campaign announcement. We saw a very pregnant Rihanna carrying several of these Speedies, so we knew right away when we saw that photograph, this bag was going to be big. It is just hitting stores this month and it is huge. This is the bag of the year, the P9 Speedy. But I have to give an honorable mention for the bag of the year. The honorary mention for the bag of the year goes to the Alma. And we are seeing this not quite yet. We're still like solidly in the reign of the Speedy, but later on this spring and summer, we will be seeing a lot of the Alma. This bag dominated the Spring Summer 24 women's wear show. And the thing that's really interesting about this, why I'm giving the Alma the honorable mention, is because we are seeing so many fresh new iterations of the Alma. We're not just getting Alma in different sizes. I have seen, again, this is all related to the Spring Summer 2024 show, a hard-sided Alma trunk, an oversized slouchy Alma. If this makes it into production, it is going to be very expensive. A mini north-south Alma, as well as Almas in a variety of exotic leathers. Python was the exotic leather featured heavily in the spring summer show. So the Alma is going to be really, really big. Give it a month or 2 to get here, but we will be seeing a ton of the Alma over in the women's collection. So ladies, break out those Almas. We will be getting some fresh new designs. So let me tell you about 4 new models we will be seeing in the next few months. Let me start with the 2 that are coming out first. Both of these will be releasing on February 2nd. Let's talk first about the Lock and Walk. This is the one I am personally most excited about. I'm really interested to see this bag in person and try it on. This is a new bucket bag in the Lock Me range. This will be coming in a grained Torion leather. I don't see any period of sale listed for this bag, so I believe this is a new permanent model. It will be coming in 2 different colors, noir and cognac. These will both be priced at €2,500. I don't have any USD pricing as of this moment. I also don't have the dimensions yet. But like I said, this bag will be coming on February 2nd. So very soon we should be seeing that information pop up. I also wanted to note, I did see in some Louis Vuitton documentation that there's also a version in quartz. That's the white leather. However, this was referred to as the Lock and Walk email, whatever that means, and it was priced €100 more at €2,600. I don't really know what all that means. I'm just sharing with you what I saw in the Louis Vuitton documentation that came my way. So there we have it, the Lock and Walk. Again, I should be seeing more information about this bag over the next week or 2. It will be coming on February 2nd. So If you're interested in an update, again, make sure you are subscribed for my monthly new release updates. The second new bag coming out on February 2nd is a new bag in the Mahina leather, and it is called the Hand It All. Here are some photos of the bag. This will be coming in 2 sizes, PM and MM. The PM size will be available in the colors Gallet and Cream. This is priced at 3,500 euro. There will be a larger MM size that will be available in the Gallet color as well as Noir, and that will be priced slightly higher at 4,000 euro. The next new bag we have coming in February will be releasing on February 27th, and it's a new pochette called the Live Pochette. To me personally, this reminds me a lot of the Pochette Accessoire. It is a slightly different shape. The sides and the top of the bag are more curved. It's not quite as strictly rectangular as the Pochette Accessoire, so it's a little bit of a softer, more curved version of that bag. It does feature vachetta piping around the edges. It does also have an adjustable vachetta leather strap or vachetta. It does also have a removable gold tone chain. So again, very similar to the new model of the Pochette Accessoire. The final new bag I wanted to mention in this video will be coming in April. So I don't have a ton of information on this bag, but there will be a new backpack releasing in April called the Back Up. This will be coming in empreinte leather. So far I've seen it in 2 colors, Noir and Cream. I don't know if it will be coming in any additional colors of empreinte leather. This looks a lot like a new version of the Montsouris backpack. It has the same flap and buckle style closure on the top of the bag, but instead of the single large zip compartment on the bottom of the bag, it will have 2 separate compartments side by side, again with a flap and buckle closure like on the top flap. A little bit of a redesigned look. It will be in empreinte leather as opposed to monogram canvas, at least for the initial release in April. I don't have any information yet on the size or pricing of this piece because it is still a few months out from release, but keep your eye out if you like backpacks. We will be getting a revised and revamped version of the Montsouris, and this will be called the Back Up. So let me know what you think of all these new releases. If there's anything you're interested in, comment down below because I will put extra effort into researching those pieces and getting more information about them for you. I will make sure to include all of those in my updated new release videos that I put out every month. As always, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up, like this video. It really does help out my channel a lot. And as always, come back every Friday for new videos. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.